When we're somewhere in between, we just call me love a friend. I guess it is what it is. Hey, tell me what's going on. Yeah, girl, this may not be your favorite song. Cause baby, every week you switch up. Switch. So make up your mind and let me.
All right, and we are back. And let's go into.
We're hitting you with a double feature today, guys.
Right, same outfit. Anyway, so this is something that Brittany and I.
I was like, who's Brie?
Brittany and I, we were talking about, and ironically, I had the same conversation earlier that day with my brother. It was about, he asked, so I was at work and he was asking me what I've been listening to lately. My brother, he works in music, so he asks me that all the time. He was like, what you been listening to lately? And I was like, bro, he know me, bro. I don't listen to nothing new.
Listen, I'm about to say, the reason why we no longer do put you up on game, we have nothing for you. We have nothing for you.
We're gonna be putting you up on a flashback, pretty much.
You can listen to 8701 by Usher.
Right, like literally, I went back
into the Drew.
I told him, right, like man,
by Beyonce.
He asked me what I was listening to. I was like, bro, I literally was listening to Joe. Like no bullshit. I had went back and listened to My Love by Joe, and I was like, dog, that was a big song back when I was in high school. The thing is all the music. See, my thing is I like R&B and I like R&B and hip hop. I do like rap, but it's like old school rap. I don't like this new rap, and all music now is just rap. Like literally all of it. There's no R&B anymore.
Cause the rappers be singing now.
Right. My brother, he was telling me the last time he asked me what I'm listening to right now. He was like, bro, you listen to a lot of female artists. And I was like, cause they make R&B. Like they're the only ones making it right now.
They stay tiny.
And
What's his name?
Young Blue. I listen to him, but he's a rapper too, technically.
But he sing all the time.
He sing every now and then. So me and Brittany was having that same conversation. Randomly, like literally random.
Yeah.
Like
no, I was telling you about a TikTok that I saw.
What was the TikTok?
The girl was basically saying, I can't even think of her name. I gotta remember these people's names so I can put y'all up on game. But she was saying that a study had went out that talked about how older music trends a lot more than like the new stuff as far as streaming. Like their numbers are higher most of the time than new stuff. So she was basically saying that a lot of people were attributing that to the fact that that people are nostalgic in this time, but also the main factor in her opinion was that people aren't creating new memories. So music used to be tied to memories, going out, hanging out, doing stuff with your friends. But for all of 2020, for majority of 2021, people aren't going out, people aren't hanging with their friends in the same way. And hence, music does not have a connection to a specific memory to make you revisit those, songs and moments. Like, you'll have songs of the summer, back in the day, and that was the song, like, literally of the summer. Now you have songs of the moment. It's a trend on TikTok. It got a cute little dance. You see it on the virtual award shows, and then we're on to the next thing.
And so when Brittany had said that to me, I kind of interpreted it in a different way. I interpreted it like the first thing I visualized was like the Hot 100 Billboard chart. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, like it was easier for one song to get a lot of friction and traction where it would be the number one song, because literally the way people consume music in the past was a song comes out, literally it's the popular song, everybody's listening to it. Mm-hmm. I think now that we have the ability to listen to every album ever made and every song ever made in the world, whether that's with an independent artist or a big name artist, underground artist or, indie artist, whatever the case is, everybody's listening to something different now. Like,
right.
Everybody has their niche genre of music that they're listening to now. So it's not one person that's being pushed up by the mass and the multitude listening to them now.
Or the machine.
Or the machine, whatever the case is. And to be honest, Brittany and I, we were having a debate, not necessarily a debate, but a discussion between whether that was good or bad. And I was like, at this point, I come from the perspective of I need help finding good music. Because the thing is, so many new artists out now. Brittany enjoys the aspect of finding the new artists and finding the new sound, which you can find through these streaming sites and streaming platforms by just listening to playlists now. With me, and she as well come from the era of albums where we would listen to albums and things of that nature. So I like listening to popular artists. She likes listening to indie
More
artists
indie,
and underground artists. Now, granted, I do too every now and then. But it's hard to find good ones. You know what I mean? And you can find them now through the playlist or whatever the case. But I don't like listening to music like that. When I like somebody, I want to hear their whole project. I want to hear a whole album worth of music from them. And the thing about these indie artists now, they drop singles a lot of times. And when they don't drop singles, they drop EPs and things of that nature where you get 2 or 3 songs at a time. And those songs may not be as popular as the one song that drew you to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when I am listening to playlists and I see a song that I like, I go to that artist and listen to not necessarily albums, because like you said, most of them don't have albums, but they have other singles. So I listen to a playlist of all of their music. Right. And like you said, most of the time, if they got 12 songs out, I probably like 3.
Right.
But it still puts me on to them. But that's how I started listening to the Wizkid album. Mm-hmm. Because it wasn't Essence. It was
a big song, though.
What was the song that came out like right before that? Was This Is the Piece That You Cannot... No, wait. That's Essence, right? No. It's a song he had that had a feature on it.
With Masego?
Was that the one? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But whatever it was, it made me listen to his album. And Essence was on that album. And then maybe like 3 or 4 months later, Essence started to get real big. And then I was like, oh, who is this on the song with Wizkid? Oh, that's Tim's. So I was like, oh, I like her voice. So I went to find.
Well, that's how it happens now. Yeah, I listen to Tim's.
But it's like I listened to Tim's and I was like, oh, I heard this song. And I knew like 4 of her songs already, but not knowing that it was her. So it was like a lot of times I be listening to people. I did that with Snow Allegra. My brother was like, you got to check out Snow Allegra. I'm like, nah, I ain't never heard of her. He sent me a playlist. It was probably 20 songs on the playlist. I knew 10 of those or 7 of them.
And that's the thing, though. It's like,
I already know her.
You hear all these songs, you hear them in the playlist now because instead of listening to music because you love the artist, you listen to it because it's a vibe or it sets a mood. It's mood music now more so than it is you really just like loving and supporting the artist, because you've heard all these songs in passing through the playlist,
but you
can't always stop and go look at the playlist and say who it is unless it's really a song that really captures your ear. But if it's just in passing and then you go back and hear it after someone tells you about this person, then you be like, oh yeah, I heard this before. But
I feel like the good music that we always go back and listen to were mood songs, were mood albums. I was saying all of the records that we revisit set moods. Like you said, the playlist set moods. I feel like the records that we go to have moods. If you think about Joe's album, for me, one of my favorite go-tos is Summer Rain by Carl Thomas.
That's the new memory, though, is the mood. Because the thing is like you said, we attach memories to music. So I think about it right off the top of my head. I had like every album that I ever listened to, full album, has a place in my life. In a moment, I can go back to that. It's a nostalgia, it's a time machine. So the moods now are what connect us to the music now, I feel like.
Right.
And
do you think it was doing that the whole time and we just weren't really paying attention to it?
It might have been, but it's easier for the memory to be attached to it as opposed to the mood, because the mood is not a actual life thing happening. It's a cognitive thing, I guess you could say. The mood is more so a feeling. It's internal. You can't literally visualize it in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with a memory, you can literally visualize it in your head.
That's why I feel like they're tied together.
Right.
Because like
it's like smell and taste.
Yeah, with
working
summer
together.
rain, I feel a calm mood. It reminds me of autumn, but I specifically remember it being hurricane season. All the lights out in the house, and me and my dad were my dad and my mom were in the living room, just sitting around. I was laying on the floor.
See,
we were
but the thing
listening
is,
to the
outside
album.
of the mood, you're literally telling me what happened in that moment.
Right.
So that's the memory.
But whenever I want to go back to feeling relaxed, and I could literally still feel
So what's
the
a song like that
breeze.
now
Now,
that you haven't had a memory attached to, but just more so the vibe?
Summer Walker.
That's fine.
I don't have any memories attached to Summer Walker, but I know when I want to lay in the bed and go to sleep, or if I want to lay
For
down
me, it's just be listening to good music.
lay down and read and chill, I put on Summer Walker, and it gives me that same feeling that that the Summer Rain album did.
Well, so with me, it's not even necessarily, because it's funny. I do actually got a memory attached to that one.
Summer Walker?
The Summer Walker album. My memory attached to that one is my brother telling me to listen to it a lot, and I didn't want to listen to it because I wasn't really a fan of Summer Walker at the time. And when I finally listened to it, I was like, oh. And then it was me trying to tell another person at my job to listen to it because he kept saying he can't stand her and he didn't like her music or whatever. I'm like, bro, trust me. And then literally 3 years later, he sent me a message and was like, bro, you were right. Like, after her new album came out.
Or
he was
even
like, "You were
Daniel
right."
Caesar.
I do have a memory attached to that one. You literally laying in the bed playing it on repeat.
But that wasn't a memory for
That's
me.
a memory for me. And I think for you, you would be like, dang, I used to lay in the bed and listen to this all the time. And that's what I was saying. Like,
I accredit me coming back to music because I used to listen to
Yeah,
music.
that's
all
what I
me
felt
and Bruce
like.
used to
That's what
talk
I felt
about.
like.
That's how we first bonded. But it's like, for whatever reason, I just couldn't get into music anymore. And then when Freudian came out, I was like, and maybe because I felt like,
it gave you that soul.
yeah, that's
It
what I'm
was
saying. And maybe
soulful.
I felt like a lot of stuff I was getting into was, okay, so I went through a rap era when I never really listened to rap, but it was like Beam Me Up Scotty. It was October's Very Own. It was Trey Songz and Chris Brown mixtapes. Like, it was artists that weren't popular at the time. Well, Trey Songz and Chris Brown, yes. But when I was listening to October's Very Own, like, a lot of people
Drake was
want
still
to,
underground.
you know, he was
buzzing.
still kind of underground. And then once he got mainstream, it was just like,
See, you're one of them
whatever.
type of fans. I can't stand that type of fan.
But it was just like, I really, after that, I would listen to what people around me were listening to. Or if my brother sent me a song, that's when I started listening to jazz for real. That's when I got into a Pandora station called Trap House Jazz. And that's how I discovered Masego. When he was on pink shirt or pink polo or whatever it was called. And I was like, oh, I can get into this. And it didn't have any lyrics. It was just, or maybe him just like saying stupid stuff over the tracks. And that was what I would listen to, but I never really, stuff would play on the radio. I didn't know what it was. Like, we would be going to the club. I don't know none of these songs.
It's so funny because we had company over the other day and we
Bruh.
played music in the background and they just was not vibing with the music because I didn't know what to play. Like, I just played what I like and I'm just like, it's
Yes.
old.
It was so funny because
And-
we have a Google Home system, and Bruce was like, "Is it plugged in?" No, he was like, "Hey Google, play, you know, whatever." And it started playing music, and then after a while, my friend, she was like, "Hey Google, play." Like, they were picking out
24 or 42 done. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I'm just like, and then it was just rap and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, which you're
We don't
guests
listen
in
to
my
that.
home. Make yourself feel
just
comfortable.
listen to
I
what you
don't care. I
wanna
listen to it too. We'll vibe out the other, but that's not usually.
That's not what we play in this household. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, music and popular music is so different now. And it's
I
just.
feel like all media is. The music.
I don't like the way we consume music now, or media in general, because I remember the other day when Antonio Brown did what he did in that game, his last game with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he made this long, it wasn't even long, it was like 4 paragraphs, but it was 4 big paragraphs, and he put it on
Instagram?
On Instagram, and literally I went into I read it, and I'm not even no reader like that. Like, I don't just sit and read shit. But I was interested in it. When it comes to sports, I read an article.
I read an article.
Under the bro, I was so mad about that. Would you listen to me when I said that?
Yes, because you just kept mimicking him.
Anyway, I didn't even know you were here that day.
I was here. I was in the
my God, I'm so mad about that. Anyway, so I read the comments underneath, and everybody was literally saying, "I'm not about to read all this. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this." I sent it to my brother. I'm not reading this. I sent it to Brittany, and Brittany is a reader, y'all.
No,
she would sit and read books all day. She was like, "I'm not reading all this. Just tell me what it is." I'm just like,
it was football. I ain't care for it. I mean, I cared because people was in an uproar, but I'm like, I can get this information somewhere else.
It was 4 paragraphs, y'all. People don't even want to read 4 paragraphs.
I don't like notes. I don't like notes statements. I don't like notes apologies. It just
I was
address
like,
the people. If you're gonna address the people, don't write it in your iPhone notes and then post it on Instagram.
It wasn't no notes. It was litigation. It was literally made by his lawyer.
All the more reason for you to be the word that I hate people using, professional, and just release a statement.
It was a professional statement.
Instagram is for pictures and videos. I ain't fitting to read all that.
And that's the problem, bro. That is the whole problem.
You gotta know your audience.
Hold on right quick, y'all. I'm going to have to answer this phone because she's not going to let me
She's about to call me in a minute.
Hello, Mom. You are on the podcast with us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, I'll call you back.
Okay, bye.
Right.
I'm leaving that in there. Could you hear her?
Oh, I'm
She
sorry.
said,
yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I was just like, know your audience. Instagram ain't the place to be doing that. You should have sat down and read the statement to the people. But I feel like the reason why he didn't was because it was going to come off inauthentic.
Is it?
That nigga don't care. I did what I did.
His lawyer wrote that. Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. He can't convey it the way his lawyer wrote it.
That's why you type it out. He might not be articulate enough to say those things like that.
That's
so
fine.
whatever. But the fact that
Just
y'all didn't
know
even
that
want to
half the
read
people
4
ain't gonna read it.
paragraphs, I'm just like,
What
oh my
happened?
God. It bothered me. But anyway, that's how we listen to music now. That's how we listen to music now. Like, for real, I don't connect to none of this music. I listen to new artists. I listen to them playlists. I hear the song. It's trends. They don't stick with us. And like you said, part of the reason why it don't stick with us is because it's not a memory. Even with it being a mood, I don't see myself... I'll go back and play that whole playlist, yes, because the whole playlist was a mood. But as far as new artists, it's really hard to get connected to a new artist now.
I think what helps me is that I listen to chill R&B on Spotify, and whoever runs that playlist, they change out stuff all the time. So it's not the same songs all the time, but most of the artists are the same. And that's when I go and listen to their body of work. Cause like I'm really right now I'm stuck on Lucky Days and Yebba, Blame It on the Moon. The song is a beautiful song. It's well written and it's on some Jasmine Sullivan type stuff. Like, if you like Hotels, it's pretty much a couple's version of that song, of that album.
Like I said, and I'm not against listening to the same thing over and over again, because myself personally, if I'm a fan of your work, I'm a rock with you. I'm gonna listen to you all the time, because I'm a very nostalgic person, as you know, babe, but I don't mind listening to the same thing over and over again. I don't mind listening to old music. Granted, I used to take pride in hearing the new, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's too much new now. It's just too much.
You're overwhelmed?
I'm overwhelmed, and I don't know what to listen to. I don't want to waste my time.
I enjoy...
I don't want to waste my time listening to something I'm not going to enjoy.
Yeah. I enjoy digging. And a lot of the times when I'm at work, especially, I'll have my music on. So, like... I'll be playing different playlists. I'm like, oh, who is this? Let me like this so I can come back later and dig and see if I like other stuff, that they have. But I just feel like we consume media way different, and you just got to find what.
See, music used to be different. Even though it was a media, it was different.
Trying to segue, and you keep bringing it back to music.
I apologize.
I'm literally trying to segue twice to movies.
Oh.
When I say we consume media differently.
Go ahead.
I need a signal, y'all.
Go ahead. Just nudge my foot.
No, because last time I nudged you on the table, it ain't stopped you from shutting up.
Okay, go ahead.
Do we need to revisit that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When we was at Starlight?
Oh, I didn't know what you was doing, cause I was innocent. What I was doing was very innocent. So yeah, going into the movies.
Snitching.
My last gripe and my last rant, because that's all podcasts are now from men, are just rants and gripes, personal complaints and grievances.
I'm just here.
To look pretty. You're pretty.
Thank you.
Why do they keep remaking movies, y'all? That's already made.
Bro, my homegirl messaged me and she was like, I'm so excited. And the article was saying that Taraji P. Henson was cast to play Suge Avery in the movie musical version of The Color Purple. And I said, why do we need a musical movie about a musical that was based off of a movie that was based off a book?
We got it all already. And I'm just like, are we losing our creative judge, or do people not care to watch fresh and new ideas now? Cause
we do, because we go up for it. We go up for some Lena Waithe. Even though Slim and Queen weren't that good, we were excited.
Slim and Queen and Slim was good.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But it was traumatic. And I think
we go up for Issa Rae. We were excited to watch the fake movie that they kept telling us was going to give us the mood and the feels of Love Jones, but fell flat. We ran for that movie. And I know a lot of people went up for the movie that Denzel just did with Michael B. Jordan that we keep saying we're going to watch. And Sylvie's Love.
Sylvie's Love was good.
And what is that? That Love or Love Actually with
really
Kofi.
Love Really.
Love Really.
That love, really love?
Niggas loving people, loving each other. But so we enjoy new. I feel like we enjoy new.
So my thing is, why do they keep? And it's like the Fast and the Furious formula. Like,
I feel like the Fast and the Furious is an anomaly because Fast and the Furious, they're trying to get families in seats, and the movie is about family, dom.
No, but really, what it's like is. It's about money now at this point.
And that's what I'm saying. Because if I get the whole family, like if I do a movie where the mom can go, the dad can be entertained, the kids will be entertained. That's how many ticket sales did you just purchase? Well, we're talking movie theaters, which is almost ancient. But it's like they were looking at that, and now it's like maybe it's part of the music. Maybe creatives aren't going out and living and then bringing back new experiences. But there are stories to be told that haven't been told.
Think about this, though. All these B-list movies that keep coming out.
Love a good B-list movie.
Let's just put a budget behind it.
Because that movie that I watched, actually I'm reading the book again now. The movie that I watched yesterday is called Paper Hearts. And one of my favorite literary like street lit people, Keisha Irvin, wrote it. The storyline of the movie is solid because the book is solid, but the locations, the sound, like there were times when the girl would be yelling at her boyfriend and you could hear the spike in sound, and I'm just like, can we just give it the same budget that we gave Married to the Game?
My thing is, like, we got Lena Waithe, we got Lena Waithe, we got Issa Rae. Like, come on. Like,
they doing TV though.
Well, somebody step up. I mean, we lost John Singleton.
Yeah.
John Singleton was the king at making good movies.
Film.
Him and Spike Lee. Now, you know, Spike, you did your time. You ain't got to work no more, man. You got your Oscar.
You don't want to see Madea Homecoming?
Like, Tyler, come on, bro.
He about to drop Madea Homecoming on the 16th.
And Tyler done made some really good movies. Like, he done made some really good movies. Like, Madea. Just no. Or if you're going to do it, bro, like, you got this whole big-ass studio and we ain't got nothing new. Like,
it's coming.
No.
In the week.
I'm talking about new, fresh, like, not Madea. We had the plays. Like, and I'm done with it. Oh, my God.
No.
Oh. I'm like, I just want, we we had really good movies. See, this is why I like looking at old shit and listening to old shit because it was good. It was when stuff was
So that's why they remaking it because they're like, oh, people love the old stuff.
We're gonna come out for it, and that's really what it is. We're gonna come out for it. But I'm like, bro, you give us something new with the budget behind it. We will go see something new. We will go see something new. We keep going.
That's what I'm saying. We will. People will.
And I'm just like, bro, I understand.
For whatever reason,
want the movies to work no more, but we'll watch it at the house.
But I feel like with them, it's like, okay, it's safe if we do a sequel because we have the numbers of the previous.
That this is gonna work.
Yeah, like this concept is cool.
Oh my god, everything.
Which is
about
why
money.
they keep doing like these low budget. There's another low budget movie that came out that's like You Got Served and Honey and all that stuff that coming on Tubi. But granted, that was Chris Stokes. So it's like, I don't know. That's why I love my straight to DVD movies. Give me a movie with S.S. Atkins.
I get it.
Give me a movie with what's the tall dark dude?
That's really
with the goatee. Like that's why I gravitate towards those because the stories be different a lot of times. You might have the same actors like Black Coffee. I will watch that movie like it ain't nobody business because the story is it's a little out there. Like two exes end up switching people. It was weird, but it was a very good movie. It was shot well. It could happen. The actors were what's the bootlicker dude name from he was in it. And just give me a good movie. Give me a BET Plus and I'll be cool.
And I think what it really boils down to is like I guess we're just gravitating towards shows now. But we still like movies.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, bro, these coming of age movies, these kids need these movies. They need them. They need a Higher Learning. They need a Boys in the Hood. They need it. They need a Poetic Justice. They need these movies.
Do you think that people now want more time to flesh out stuff? Like
flesh out the stories?
Yes, because like when you said it's more TV shows.
That's why we always say nothing has a good ending anymore.
Yes, because people, the way people are,
I think about it.
The what?
Great Gatsby.
Yeah, the people who are writing stuff. We're specifically talking Black movies, though. The people who are writing stuff need time to develop the character, make us fall in love with the characters and their stories, and then give us the ending that we would find sufficient.
Because the Photograph didn't do none of that.
Because the Photograph
didn't need more time.
Love Actually, what is it? Love Actually?
Really Love.
Really Love? Love Actually is a whole nother movie. Really Love did what I feel the Photograph was trying to do. It gave us how they met. It gave us the interactions between them and their family and them and their friends, which made us fall in love with them as a couple. Then it gave us alone time with them as a couple. And then it showed us, the breakdown in communication in their relationship. And then it showed us them without each other. And then it showed us how they got back. The whole story arc was told. And I swear, like Bruce tell you, I'm an avid reader. If y'all can't come up with nothing new, go get Brenda Jackson, who writes romantic novels, and get her and turn one of them 50 million books she got. Go get Alyssa Cole. Go get Ashley and Jaquavis if you want a little drug dealing, little hood love story. There are people out there who have source material that you don't even have to write nothing new. You just need to write dialogue. And they'll give you a complete story. You messing with Ashley and Jaquavis, you gonna get 15 movies because all their books are series. And they all tie into each other. They just don't want to.
I just want a better world. Like, I need a 90s type of world.
Heal the world.
I need a 90s type of world.
Make it a better place.
We're gonna get flagged. Golly.
Why? Because I sound like Michael Jackson.
No, because you're singing the song. That's all I got.
That's all we have.
Tell me if y'all feel the same way.
Do we need to? I'm
Don't forget to
already,
like, comment,
I'm already
subscribe.
working on the romance novel. Do I need to start writing a movie
Oh
too?
my God, like it's so whack. Like it's so boring now. Like I'm tired of going out to all these damn crab places and restaurants and eateries and shit. Like all we doing is just eating now. We ain't going nowhere else. Like ain't no movies no more.
I apologize.
Like damn, like gotta go hike.
I ain't going out there in the woods. That's
You
how
feel
folks
me? Like
get missed.
damn, bro. Like
And they don't like to look for people who
we
look
love
like
the
me.
movies. Me and Brittany used to go
I
to the
ain't
movies
going.
once a week, like legit.
Literally today when we were at the mall to pick up my I went to Sephora. I was like, what movies are out? Maybe we can go see a movie.
I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe
That's
we
one thing
look.
that it just can't. The movies can't go away for us. It can't. Like please
you
don't
mean
do
the
that.
physical place?
Yeah, it's the physical place because it's just something about it, bro. Like, and the fact that Brittany even wanted to go in because you've been kind of apprehensive about.
I have
going to
been
the movies lately.
apprehensive about going to the movies, but how many times have I been? I've been twice, and there aren't any ain't no people in there.
What's out right now? All right, so we're gonna let y'all go play because we're looking up some movies right now because
Yeah,
we
I'm
might
like,
go
what's
to
out?
the movies, man. Just to get the feeling of the seats and recline, some butter on the popcorn, you know what I mean? Some goobers or something. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are back. We about to be dropping it. And follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube.
Yes,
follow us,
sir.
follow us. Listen to us on any streaming platform. We love you guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
And welcome back.
I
Later,
said
y'all.
thank you guys very much. Have a great day. I'm at work. Oh my God.